Greetings, this is the latest from Mckoy's News Center. Chuck firmly believes that those who harm children must be held accountable for their deeds. Justice Minister Delra Chuck firmly maintains his stance that minors convicted of capital murder should serve a minimum 20-year prison sentence before becoming eligible for parole. He emphasized that adolescents aged 15 and older should comprehend the gravity of their actions and the potential consequences in a court of law. Chairing the Joint Select Committee of Parliament, presently reviewing the Child Care and Protection Act, 2023, which enforces this compulsory sentence for minors, Chuck called upon committee members to support his position. During Wednesday's meeting, committee members examined various submissions. Chuck expressed his preference for the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution's recommendation, suggesting that the 20-year mandatory sentence should specifically apply to cases of capital murder involving minors. Chuck shared, "I largely concur with the Office of the DPP's proposal that the mandatory minimum should pertain exclusively to capital murder. In my view, 20 years is not an inadequate duration, it is fitting." He urged the committee to endorse this provision, emphasizing that the bill should serve as a signal, particularly to parents responsible for controlling their children. He warned that parents failing in this regard would be visiting their children in prison for 2 decades. Furthermore, Chuck stressed the importance of imposing penalties that align with public interest and the sentiments of the victims' friends and family. He expressed concern that without a suitable sentence, the justice system might disappoint these individuals, potentially leading to a desire for retribution and retaliation, particularly in cases of heinous crimes. Chuck concluded the meeting by suggesting that the proposed amendment to Section 73 of the Child Care and Protection Act should solely address capital murder cases, leaving decisions regarding less severe non-capital murder cases to the discretion of the judges. He underscored the need to strike a balance while still satisfying the legislative intentions and the public interest. Although some committee members remained undecided on the matter, Government Senators Kevin Gale and Charles Sinclair concurred with the proposal for a mandatory minimum sentence to be applicable exclusively to minors convicted of capital murder, with a 20-year term. Chuck urged his colleagues to reach a consensus during the committee's next meeting. The committee is also currently deliberating related legislation, including the Criminal Justice Act, 2023, and the Offenses Against a Person Act, 2023, both of which address minimum mandatory sentencing. Subscribe to Mckoy's News for breaking news and updates.